All right, I'm officially live, I think. If anybody pops in, make sure to say something so I know this is working. See if I can go on the YouTube side and see if it's updating. Hey. Yeah, there we go. It's showing me. Hey. Yeah, there we go. It's showing me. Yeah, there we go. It's showing me. Now just eating some orange chicken. Figured I'd stop in, do a live, say hello to some people, see who gets the notifications and not. I got some news on some stuff that I'm doing, especially with that record buyout. I wish I could see on StreamYard. If anybody's here and knows StreamYard, yell at me. Because I'd like to see if there was a feature that showed who's in the room and who's not. Let's see here. Two watching. All right, so who's watching right now? So that's what I want to figure out. It should show, right? Two watching. All right, so who's watching right now? So that's what I want to figure out. How can I see all this? It should show, right? So who's there? Say something. Two watching. Right, zero question. All right. So that's what I want to figure out. How can I see all that? It should show, right? So who's there? Say something. Two watching. Zero question. All right. So that's what I want to figure out. Let me share. Share screen, video file, invite. There we go. Command C. Command V. Hey, Janice, how are you? I'm doing all right. Thanks for stopping in. I'm still getting a little acquainted with the whole StreamYard, but wanted to do a pop-up. I haven't been live in a while. Kind of wanted to see and make sure people didn't forget about me, that I actually do lives. I don't know if there might be like a lag though. I think if I go live, maybe it propagates like maybe 5 minutes or so, and then it actually starts hitting people on their notifications that way. Because I think maybe YouTube wants to actually confirm that I am in fact live before they tell everybody on their platform, I guess. So right now I just had some food. I'm in a break from listing. Figured I'd answer questions directly and get some things knocked out, connect with some of my viewers, etc. So you have any viewer questions, Janice? And who else is here? I think I just saw a couple people. Yeah, you could say that again. I already have on the records. I showed a video to like maybe 5 different local like buyers, people that I know that deal around records, and at my antique ball. And one of the main booths at the antique mall that I'm in, I knew that they were into records. So what I did is I got in contact with them and I showed them the video. Well, I showed them a little snippet, like of me walking around for like 30 seconds. It's on my Instagram. I put the little snippet on Instagram as like a teaser or whatever. But I showed them that, and I told them, well, initially I wanted them to just kind of like go in and like cherry pick like 500 records and give me like $2 a record. And then what that would have done is it would have got me instantaneously my cash back that I had invested. So that's what my kind of like my initial game plan was, is to get my initial investment back, and then everything that's left is just pure profit. So I showed them that, and they said, no, we don't want to just buy 500 records. We want to buy the whole thing. They want to buy the whole storage unit. So that's when I had to tell them. I was like, well, I don't know what kind of buying situation you're in, but, I got 8,000 records at least. And then I got some turntables and I got other odds and ends in there that I still haven't even got into it. I mean, I literally, as you saw the video, I pulled down the door, got the lock, put my name on the lease, and I left. So I haven't been back since that video was made. I haven't been in that unit. So I haven't gone and seen anything. I haven't opened up any of those bins, any of those boxes that were kind of hidden or not even gone through, because it would have taken me forever to make that video and go through everything. It would an editing nightmare. And plus, I want to try to keep my videos like 20 minutes or less, because I know you guys, it's like 20 minutes or more. Then a lot of y'all don't want to watch the video because it's just too long. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Unfortunately, here in the Houston area, there's not a lot of people out this weekend because it was raining and it was miserable. Like you don't want to drive in it. You don't want to go garage sale, thrift stores, anything in it. So unfortunately for me, they backed out on going yesterday, and then today or tomorrow they were supposed to see it, but I don't know. They're busy doing their own thing, I guess. I haven't heard back from them yet, but I know they're interested. Yeah, I haven't, but to answer your question, the only luck I've had with them so far is I have somebody that's trying to buy out the whole collection, but I'm not going to let them lowball me either. Like, they're going to try to come in and try to offer me probably $1 a record, and that's only what, $8,000, so plus the extras, so they'll probably offer me $10,000. I know. Am I squinting? I know. That's I need to get LASIK done. That's like my game plan. I'm gonna get some LASIK done and spend whatever $500 an eye, so $1,000, and because it is hurting me. Like when I go to estate sales and stuff, you got to be able to read like the fine print on whatever if you turn something over, or like reading the model numbers on the back of like electronics and stuff. And it's detrimental right now that my eyes are so bad. I don't want to say they're bad, but they're definitely flawed. But yeah, you are right, Janice. Oh, you want to say hi? Here, come here. Come here. We got the mascot here, Janice. You're going to say hi to here. Come on. Come here. Come here. Oh. Here's Zoe. Zoe, say hi. Look, see? That's YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. There you go. All right. And whoever's here, she hasn't been in many videos, but this is Zoe. She's a purebred Shih Tzu. Shih Tzu, I don't know. It's kind of a weird spelling. But, all right, go ahead. So that's kind of the situation of the records right now. I'm not going to accept a low ball. I think that they're going to try to offer me $10,000, and I'm going to tell them no. They got to do better than that. I knew you would like her. Who doesn't like a cute dog, right? In fact, later on in the live, when there's more people in, I'll probably show her again because I don't know. I think dog people, everybody that's a dog person, I think is really good quality people, you know? I've never met an asshole that was a dog person. Well, shoot. Maybe I should clarify that. Yeah, there are some asshole dog people, but usually it's the ones that you could just tell, like they have a dog that's chained in the back that they don't treat very well or something like that. They take really good care of their dog and, they treat it like their own, then they're usually a good person. But if they chain it in the backyard and feed it a bowl of food once a day and don't give a crap about it, then that says a lot about their character. Hopefully you're not that type, Janice. If you are, I'm like losing viewers as I'm saying things. And she has a weird spelling. They don't I guess Zoe has different spellings, but there's no Y. It's just ZOE with no Y. I know, it's kind of weird, right? There might be a way I can zoom in on the chat. Oh, it says, who's here? I'm learning as I go. This is only like my third live, I think. I was able to put the link in there, so that was pretty cool. So have I talked to you before, Janice, as far as where you're from and everything? Where are you connecting from? And are you a reseller? You just like watching the content? I don't think you won one of the things in my drawing. I don't recognize a Janice. I did that 1,000 drawing and I gave a lot of things out. And I mailed out a lot of stuff. You know how much it cost me just in mailing out everything on the prizes? Like almost $100. It's like 90 something dollars to mail out all the prizes that people won. Because gosh, those jewelry jars, just the jewelry jars, because they were freaking heavy. They weren't like light. And I didn't want to short anybody, so I jam-packed them with jewelry. So who else is here? Say hello if you're in the room. Let me switch over to YouTube and see what it shows. Well, I'm afraid of my dogs. My nephew died Saturday. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. He had a 15 cane. He had 15 cane corso dogs. Wow. Wow, that's a lot. Aren't the cane corso dogs like the huge ones? They kind of have like a matty fur or something. Well, I need to mail you a sticker or something. I'm sorry. Which one did you come in second on? I don't. I remember if anybody didn't reply back in time, which I gave them a week, right? I would have mailed out the second person, but everybody got back to me. There wasn't anybody and nobody in second place that I had to mail. Everybody kind of was on it because I gave away some pretty decent stuff. Like I know each jewelry. In fact, there were no jewelry jar 1 or 2. I know. Okay, now jewelry jar 1 went to the lady 7 Bells or something, where she had one previous, and then I redraw because I didn't think that she wanted anything but the jewelry, and then she ended up winning the jewelry when I did the jewelry draw. So I remember she was the first jewelry jar, and then the second one went to a lady that was here kind of close to where I live in Houston area. She lived up in like the Montgomery, Conroe area, or no, it was Beaumont, Texas. She was in Beaumont. So you were either in second place to the lady in Beaumont or Seven Bells. But PM me. I'll send you like at least a sticker or something. I know I didn't mail you anything, like a sticker or anything, I don't think. Are you a reseller? I like that you're from Ohio. Hey, there's Yard Sales and Dreams. What's going on? I'm just doing a quick pop-up here while I eat some food and answer some viewer questions. A lot of people are asking me about the record video that I just put out. About $40,000 worth of inventory. There were 8,000 records. We called animal charity to take the dogs, and they told us they didn't want them because they're probably so big and it takes so much freaking food to feed them, and you had 15 of them. Can you do a post like on a Facebook group or something like that is about saving animals and making sure they don't go to like a shelter? That's terrible. Yard Sales and Dreams, where are you from? Sorry to hear about the death in your family too. Wow. Died Saturday. And if it was one that wasn't unplanned, that's always so rough on the family. Like if it's a different story, that's yeah, you saw him, I know, right? That was the same guy. That's the perk of like being nice to people. Like I guarantee you, if I was a rude when I first met the guy, he would have never called me back for those records. And he would have ended up selling them to someone else. Someone else would have got the deal and I wouldn't have made my money. Wow, so we got 2 Ohioans. Janice and Yard Sales. Y'all are both from Ohio. So if you're familiar with Cleveland, I was actually born in Cleveland, Ohio. There's a hospital there called Booth Memorial Hospital, and that's where I was born. I was born in Cleveland. And my mom was a baton twirler for Ohio State, so we have the connection with that. No, I don't resell. He was a breeder. So that means if they got their papers, then gosh, you would think that someone would want purebred. I bet you can just do a post and say, hey, I got some purebred cane corsos. Unfortunately, a death in the family on the breeder or the owner, and I just want them to go to a good home. Oh, I'm in northern Kentucky. My mom right now is in Kentucky. She went to a graduation for a really good friend, close friend. Her daughter graduated. Is right up by Bowling Green. So Lexington, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know Kentucky that well, but my plan for the records. Okay, I was just telling Janice, my plan is to not take any lowball offers, but I sent video. Yeah, I bet you there. I sent video to 5 of the local people that I know that deal with records, and some of them that were in the antique mall that I actually have a booth in. And one of the main sellers out of the antique mall that's kind of a competitor, but they sell records for like 20, 30, 50 bucks or whatever. Well, they obviously know the records, but I don't have the time to learn. I just want to, flip them. And my game plan initially when I got the deal was to, buy all of them at like $1 or less. And I knew he was going to give me a deal, but there were 8,000 of them. But even at $1, that would have been turning 8,000 into 40,000. But worked out the deal for 1,000. So I'm into each one for what? 12 cents a record. So if I can do 12 cents into $5, I mean, that's what times my investment? That's like 20 times? No. 35 times my investment. 12 cents into $5. So my initial game plan was to get a separate booth, and I already secured the space. So they're just literally waiting for me to bring everything from the storage unit to the new booth, which I'm going to do a separate video on. Y'all are the first people to actually know that I'm getting another booth strictly for media. So all those Playboys, all the records, I'll have like all the books and stuff that I also have that if you saw my video. But I'm trying to clean it so I have like a kind of like a media booth, and then all the rest knickknack stuff in my current booth. Division of labor. That's kind of what my game. So long story short, I contacted one of the people that buys records and deals with records at the mall, and they saw the video and they want to do an entire buyout of the whole collection. So they don't want me to have to, take everything to the antique mall and sell them for $5 each. They want to try to buy the whole thing off of me. And I was telling Janice is that, look, I'm not interested in a lowball offer. I don't mind doing the work because I know that the money's there. Even if I sell them at $5 a record, they're $8,000. That's $40,000. And granted, some of them will be damaged, some of them won't sell or whatever. So let's say 6,000 sell for $5. That's $30,000. So I'm not going to take a lowball offer, but if I can get a good offer, I'll do the quick flip and I'll move on. I know, right? Each box, like on average, each box is like 100 or 120 records. And I mean, he calculated like 60 to 70 boxes. And those boxes are no joke, like lifting up. Fortunately, the storage unit has like those push dollies where you could load up like 8 boxes onto a cart and wheel them out to your truck and everything. So if I have to, I'll do it. I'm not scared of the work because I'm not going to let someone benefit off my deal and I get peanuts on an offer that they try. If the price is good. So all right. So what would y'all do then? Because what do you think my threshold should be? If I were to accept $2 a record, then that would be roughly $16,000. That's just for the records. That's not counting any of the other stuff that's in there, the turntables and whatever else at $2. But I mean, if they're going to buy the whole thing, they're going to try to get a discount too, right? They're going to say, wait a second, I'm the one with the cash trying to buy all of it, not just, half of it. I want it all. But then again, I don't want to leave too much profit out there and like let them make the profit, not me. I mean, it's easy. I mean, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to know a lot about records just to put them in my booth and put a $5 sticker on each one without even doing anything. I just got to get a bunch of freaking like round stickers and put a $5 with my booth number. That's all I need to put. And then all the collectors, they'll just freaking camp in my booth and start flipping. And they're the ones that know the records, not me. Yeah. It was kind of, I have to be honest with you, it's kind of for the viewers, kind of wanted the dramatic effect. And I kind of was following the lead of one of the channels that I watch a lot is Justin over at RVA Flips. And he did a buyout, not for records, but he did a buyout for Funko Pops. And that video that he made where he did an entire buyout, kind of like how I did with records, got 1.5 million views. So I told myself, I'm like, well, if I'm going to do this buyout, I'm going to kind of follow the lead of what Justin did on his and make a video and try to do the same exact mirror image of how he made the video and described it on his description and put the little tag words in the description and everything else, because I'm trying to get a viral video that goes on YouTube. That way I can, I'm only halfway to getting monetized, so I still got to do a lot of work before I can hit that threshold to where y'all see like every 5 minutes an ad come up. That's how people that are content creators make their money on YouTube. So eventually I'll get there. Hey, Gail. Janice was one of your competition. She's upset she didn't get the jewelry jar. I know, Gail, you're one of a winner. Well, Wonder how many months you would have to pay rent on a booth to sell through them all. Good question, Gail. But here's the math, okay? If I can do a bulk purchase with the people I was just telling them about, where they want to buy out the whole thing, I might not sell the whole collection. I might just say, hey, $2 a pop, you can cherry pick all you want, and then whatever you don't buy, I'm selling for $5 each. Because I'm not going to leave. I want them to make money, because they probably will if they're going to cherry pick the good ones for $2 each, right? So they'll still make their money. But if I can sell the rest, like let's say I only sell half of them to them, and I leaves me 4,000 records. 4,000 records times $5, that's 20 grand. So I'll make 20 grand plus whatever they give me on the other 4,000. So 28,000. That's kind of my math. I'm hoping to turn 1,000 to like 25 to 28,000, maybe something like that. And then once I have 4,000 records, y'all saw the displays, right? So each display holds 50 records in each slot, and then there's 15 slots. So that's 750 records I can put in each display, and I'm gonna put it on each side, so I can hold 1,500 records at once that are easily flipped through in my media booth. And then that means I'll have 2,500 in reserve, just in boxes, waiting for me to put into the displays. And then I'll just keep circulating them. And then like the ones that don't sell, that's when in July, they do a 50 off. I'll do like everything in my booth 50% off. So that means that at that point, all the good ones that were already taken out, then all the trash ones that maybe people don't like as much, I think they'll sell for $2.50, which I'm still making money. Yeah. Wow. Everybody wanted that box cutter. Yeah, that was a good one. In fact, the backup to the box cutter was, what was it? Flipping Funky. They were hoping that you didn't reply, Gail. Everybody was hoping that people didn't reply, because there was some pretty good stuff. Be careful though, that box cutter is really sharp. But to sell through them all, I am only on month to month at my booth. So hypothetically, let's say I do really well and I start running out of records. I can either keep the booth and put more stuff in it, or I can just say, you know what, I'll stop paying rent at that booth and move everything into my main booth, the green one that I've had for a while. So there's pros and cons, but if I'm making a lot of money, the other booth is only $150 a month. And so I'm all in right now with 2 booths at the mall for $350 a month. And so far, like, I haven't lost any money. Like, I'm never had to pay for my rent, because I'm making more in sales than my rent is. So they just take out whatever I owe each month before they cut me a check. And I think with 2 booths, especially if, the records, come on, that's crazy. I think that the records, I'm going to start just seeing my printouts, and it's just going to be record. My page out is going to be crazy. And a lot of times they do one line item, and then when somebody will buy like 100 records at $5 and $500, bam, like that. It's awesome. Y'all saw the one on the Playboy where some guy came in, and I don't even know what he does with them. I think they buy it because of the advertisements. I guess they're vintage, like cigarette advertisements or something, and they actually cut out and they use it as like ephemera for decoration on old magazine ads and stuff. So I had 50 sold to one person. That was a $250 hit just on vintage Playboy magazines. No, you're welcome. I got 2. When I got the box cutters, I bought 2 of them knowing that I was going to keep one, sell one. Oh, Janice, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. And PM me your address. I'll send you a sticker or something. Get on Instagram or whatever. In fact, any of y'all watching right now, if you have not got a sticker from me, make sure to send me an address through like Instagram, or I have a Facebook page for Bartermania, so you can message me through Facebook also. And I'll mail you out a sticker. But I should have. All right, Gail, I know I mailed you a sticker because I would have put it in with the box cutter. Yard Sales and Dreams, if you're still in here. And I think Janice already left, but I told her to when I was still talking to her. So viewer questions. Anybody got some interesting questions or any fun finds when you're out this weekend? I ran into a viewer at a sale right by where I live in Shore Acres is my neighborhood. His name was Ashley. I've never met a male that his name was Ashley. That's unique. Have y'all seen the mascot for our channel yet? Have y'all seen Zoe, the mascot, yet? All right, I'm going to wait for y'all's reply so y'all can tell me if y'all have seen Zoe, the mascot, yet. I showed it to Janice, but she just left. So Gail and Yard Sale. Mm-hmm. All right, Gail. It's about to be cuteness overload. Come here, Jill. Say hi. Say hi to Gail. Hey, Gail. Did you get the robot working? No, I didn't. I got a universal plug, and I got it to where I know, right? It's a Shih Tzu, purebred Shih Tzu. She's been in one video like briefly before, but I'll get her in some others. I just gotta get my GoPro going. Like I got all the look. See, I've got all the GoPros here. Got 2 of them here, and I got the clip. Got the case. See, so I can put it on like a backpack or whatever. It actually goes like this, and then you clip it. See how there's like a clip, like a banana clip? So you clip that, put the GoPro in, boom, have it on like a backpack. She was 2013, no. Wow. 6 years times, yeah, so 6 years ago, because she's like 42 and human. So it's 7 times 6. So 6 years ago, that would bring us to what, 2015? So she was born December 15th of 2014 or 15, one of the two. That was her birthday. Yeah, she's in her prime. She's not like an old dog or a young dog. She's like right there where she's old enough to know better, but young enough to still be dangerous. But to answer your question on the robot, I got the plug so I could like turn on and show that it actually fires up. But that thing is like so like tech savvy. You got to know like how to do all the plugins and like I couldn't like really mess with it. So I have it for sale kind of like as is, where I can't, I'm not, somebody that knows how to freaking operate that thing. So I just know it's rare. And I already turned down an offer. Someone sent me an offer of $2,500 and I turned it down. And then he countered. I gave him a counter of like $3,750 for it. And then he replied back and he countered to that on $2,750. And I sent him back another counter and he didn't say anything. So, I mean, it's rare. And I could probably relist it and lower the price and I'd probably sell it. But I'm trying to I just know that it's worth so much. I don't want to screw myself. You know what I mean? So what do you think I should do? What's my threshold for the record collection? Would you sell it all, or would you let them just buy like half of it and then sell whatever they don't choose? And that way I can have my other booth going and making money off of them for $5 each. Someone will want it. Someone will want the whole collection, or someone will want to buy records from my booth. I'm confused. You mean someone will want the robot? Okay. It just hit me. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking I had some guy, his name was, he goes by Dr. Robot or something. He was some guy in like Germany, and he had some real foreign name or whatever. And he sent me a message and was like, hey, I recently lost my job, and like, if this robot is still available in like 3 months, I'll be getting some sort of payout or something. I don't know. And he was telling me he really wants the robot. And if that's the case, in 3 months, I mean, he's going to want to pay, the price that I have it listed at. So that's another reason why I'm like, I don't want to lower the price, because I'm in no rush. I mean, I'm not desperate or anything for cash. So why should I hurt myself by taking $2,000 off the price when I have certain people showing interest already? Will I give a discount? Sure. I'm not going to sit around and hope that this, guy gets his job in 3 months, because who knows? Maybe he doesn't get his job and I'm stuck, twiddling my thumbs waiting on him. I'm not going to wait on him. So how's the live? Can y'all hear me pretty good? Everything sounds all right and it's pretty clear? Because if it's not, let me know. But no. In fact, you saw the video. Literally what you saw in the video when, we opened up, we did the deal. I gave him the cash and the gun. And then he opened the door. And then after we shut the door and we went back to the leasing office, I have not been in that storage unit at all. Like, I have the key and I need to go back, but I haven't done anything yet. Awesome. Because last time I did a live, oh God, it was all like pixelated and like jumpy, and like it actually like was freezing. Like I was like freezing like that. That was me doing a silhouette for you real quick. So I'm eating a teriyaki bowl with beef, and it's pretty healthy. It's pretty good. It's just easy. Instead of like going out to eat some crap food, you get healthier food for cheap. If you just buy like the teriyaki bowls at I go to Kroger, that's where I shop, and they sell these for like $3. And it's healthier and it's cheaper than going to like Jack in the Box or McDonald's or whatever. So what'd you use the box cutter for? You've been opening up your Amazon packages with it? Or are you actually using it for shipping? I usually use it to resize boxes so I can save money on shipping. Pick out enough of the records to pay for the entire cost of the deal. Well, that's kind of like what I was hoping that these people that were supposed to pick the the collection for $2 a record, I initially wanted them to like spend a few hours and just start flipping and just picking out the ones that they knew that they liked. And then hopefully they picked out 500 and then I'd sell them for $2. I know you're like me, Gail. I got to do a lot of listing. I'm great at sourcing, but you got sourcing and you got making YouTube videos and, you know, everything else, life. And you got to find a way to do the listings and then obviously get sales. If you don't list, there's no way it's going to sell. It's just sitting there in your storage unit or sitting in your garage or whatever. You know, nobody in America, nobody on eBay can see what's in your garage until you list it. So unfortunately, nature of the beast, right? So the notification on the live, did it just pop up when you were on YouTube? It said so-and-so is live or whatever? Was that what happened? Or like, how does it actually indicate for you that I was going live? I'm kind of curious. You want to try that? Okay. Wow, I didn't know Zoe liked beef teriyaki. I know, that's what I need to do, Gail. I have too much. But here's what makes you paranoid, though. Like, every time I go out, it's like I find like a $5 item that's worth $150, right? And it happens every time I go out. So essentially, every time I go out, I'm making, you know, $100, $200. So it's kind of like fear of missing out, FOMO. I have to find a way to like kick myself in the ass, like, you know, stop. Like, or just be extremely picky and only pick up the items that are the $150 items and ignore $30 and $40 items. At what point do you say, okay, I can't buy that because it's just going to sit in my storage, right? You hopped on YouTube and saw your life. Cool. I think the items actually find us. That's true. It's like I'm a really big advocate of things that are meant to be or meant to be. Like you saw the live or you saw the video where I talked about how I found the NASA item for $3. That's been my best flip. $3 into $6,500. If I could do that every day, holy shit. Pardon my French. My dog is officially a fan of beef teriyaki. So I'm starting a new auction house. We're supposed to drop off things on Tuesday, and I'll have a video out with you. I'm sure you know Tanya. So Tanya and Denise meeting up with me on Tuesday, and this gentleman that has an auction house, it's off NASA Road 1, which is closer to me than where the new location is for the old auction house I was using. Complete jackasses. I don't like to give my money to people that are just rude and like treat people like crap. So I'm going to a new auction house. What? New old stock Levi's $50 and sold for $1,200. All right, you're definitely gonna have to give me more details on this because I didn't know that there were Levi. Is that just one pair of Levi's or a Levi's jacket, or what was that? Yeah, exactly. They're pieces of crap. They were screwing me. They weren't even describing items. Like it could be it doesn't matter. It was something old, but all they would put is vintage, and they wouldn't put any other description, no model, no nothing. And so you got a lot of people that are trying to buy stuff, but if they don't know how to look it up, they don't know what it is or whatever, of course you can't bid on it. Because what if it's a knockoff? What if it just looks old or whatever? Levi's with the E capitalized on the red label on pocket from the 70s. Okay, so if I ever see old Levi's, I want to have a red label on the pocket. So it's on like the back butt pocket. There's like a little red tab label that kind of sticks out from the stitching or something. And then the E is capitalized. So that'll tell you that it's from the 70s. Am I accurate? Or is the red tag or the red label somewhere else? Is it a jacket or jeans? Because I know there's Levi's jackets and there's Levi's jeans. Yeah, back pocket. Okay, so where I would put my wallet, that back butt pocket, there's that little, okay, so it's that little red, like little flap tag, and then it'll say Levi's, but the E is that what made it valuable? Was that the E is capitalized? Jeans and jackets. Oh, okay, so it goes for both. So there's collectors for both. It's that red tag with the capital E is what I need to look for. See, Gail, you're teaching me something here. Because I guarantee you I've passed them up and I didn't know. If I would have known, I probably missed out on a few $100s. It's the E that dates it. Okay. Is there any others? Is there ones that are rare? Or is that like the rarest one is the one with the capital E? Or is there ones that are worth even more? And what do those go for? Or what are those what's the telltale signs on the most rare ones, I guess I should ask. Here. Or is that the most valuable one that you had? As soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to be researching Levi's and doing the comps and filtering it by the price. It's old Levi's, wow. Something funny. Vintage old boxes of Pampers bring good money. Is there something that the Pampers are made out of? Scan eBay, vintage Levi's. Oh yeah, trust me. As soon as this live is over, I'm gonna be looking up the comps on vintage Levi's, and I'm gonna see which ones are the most. I mean, I've heard of Lee jeans, and I know like the old Lee jeans have sold for a lot of money too. But Levi's, yeah, that's new to me. Especially the red tag with the capital E. Man, because I go and I pick up a lot of vintage T-shirts all the time. I'm looking for old T-shirts because I know you could sell old T-shirts for like $100, $200 a pop, and usually you get them at sales for like $1, right? So that's one of my go-tos is to find old T-shirts. But if I can look at their pants, if they got the old T-shirts, then they probably have old Levi's too. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of people from Kentucky and Ohio. It's like that grouping right up in that area. I'm a little upset that I didn't get to go to the reseller rally. You think the ones that you sold, What, did it go out to like California or something? Like Burbank, California? Because there's a lot of production out there. So, Gail, here's an interesting fact that a lot of people don't know about me. If you were to YouTube or Google search my name, you'll see that when I lived out in California, I actually was in some movies. And gosh, the biggest one was the main actor that was in it was Patrick Stewart. If you're familiar with like Star Trek and like X-Men and all that, he's the guy that was like in the wheelchair that could read people's minds, or he was in Star Trek where he was the captain of the ship and stuff. You know Patrick Stewart. He does a lot of voiceovers. Yeah, so I was in a couple movies, and then I ended up coming back to Texas because my family had some emergency, and my dad had a big stroke, and my mom needed help. It's an interesting fact, but I don't like to, I'm trying to keep my channel about reselling, so I don't like people, I don't know, knowing my other side of things that I've done. It's kind of like a bucket list thing that I just knocked off. Not everybody can say they've been in movies, you know what I mean? And then TV, gosh, I've been on some of those cheesy reality dating shows too. That was always fun. Oh man, it's good. Yeah, especially with freaking taxes. California is so stupid. In fact, people that live in California will still tell you that it's stupid out there. Like the taxes, you got the state tax, it takes like 12%. You get your regular, government tax, and then everything is overpriced there. And then the gas prices out there are crazy. And then parking situations out there, people, it's a racket. Like you can't park anywhere without getting towed. You got, on the street, you got like 10 different signs that are purposely there to confuse you. And you don't know if you could park there or not. And then sure enough, you get towed. It's stupid. Good girls, though. What is this? Thank you for sharing. What is this? Oh, never mind. Small town life. Yeah, I was literally, when I was out in California, well, I was in a few places. I was in Irvine, Newport, which was really nice, clean area. Not necessarily a small town though. And then Los Angeles, and I lived right in the middle of everything. I had like a little condo that overlooked Sunset Boulevard, which was pretty freaking cool. As soon as I decided I was moving out, like it was like that taken. Because it's hard to find overlooking Sunset. I enjoyed it. It was a really good time, but it's one of those things I'll look back on. I won't, no regrets. I'm happy you stopped in and told me about the Levi's, though. So yeah, I think this record deal should be my best flip, though. If I do what I think I'm going to do on either, I don't think it'll be tomorrow, but Tuesday, if they do what I think they're going to do and they buy me out of the whole thing, then that will definitely be my best profit. Maybe not my best flip as far as value spent on time X of my investment, but it'll be my most monetary. Yeah, I saw that recent video too. I sent her a message though, like it wasn't like a popular astronaut, and then I ran the comps on it, and it was worth like $40, between $30 and $40, because it had some few extra items in it and like a printed biography or whatever, and it wasn't a certified copy. Like there was no like proof that it was actually his signature, so that hurt it. But she won't lose money. It'll sell for at least $20, but it's not going to be a home run for her, unfortunately. If it would have been Neil Armstrong or the astronaut that just passed, what was it, Connors, I think is his last name? Those two probably would have been a lot better, but she didn't know. She gave it a shot. You never know sometimes. And I don't know. She should. If I were her, she should have looked it up before she bought it, though. I don't know why she didn't. Because you can just look up comps on eBay on what that astronaut name sold for on a signed autograph, and she would have saw it. NASA. One watching. Or I told her, I was like, look, next time you have a NASA item that you're thinking about buying, just shoot me a picture and text it to me or something. Or, text me what it is and I'll look it up for you, or I can tell you if it's worth it or not. Because that kind of stinks. $20 is $20. She could have bought something else with it and made more money probably, I'm sure. Because $20, I like to think that if I spend $20 on something at a garage sale or an estate sale, that I can get at least, like, I'll say 50 or 60 bucks. Just came in lurking. Yeah. What's going on, North Georgia? Cumming, Georgia, am I right? I think I remember now because I remember the NGA, the North Georgia. In fact, I used to, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see if I can guess this, North Georgia. I forget the name of the highway or the freeway, but it's like exit 14 or 15 off of that freeway. There's a bowling alley called Stars and Strikes. Stars and Strikes. And then exit 16 or 17 off that freeway? It's called like Pilgrim something is the exit. So am I touching base right in your area? I probably am. You're probably going to know exactly what bowling alley I'm talking about. Stars and Strikes. They kind of have like an arcade there. Exit 14 off 400. Yeah, that was it. And then exit 16 is Pilgrim something. Or 17. It might be 18. It's 16, 17, or 18. Gosh. Yes, I'm calling your area. Pilgrim Mill, yeah. That's right. I knew it was Pilgrim something. Small world. I'm familiar with the area. In fact, I used to play a lot of cards. They had a league that they used to play cards out of, that bowling alley. And I don't know, they probably still have it because it was pretty popular. I can't imagine them getting rid of it, but maybe the pandemic hit and they stopped it. But I used to play a lot there. I was part of their whatever league or whatever, and I used to go and play all the time. Really? I didn't know they had I never noticed they had an antique mall or shopping. I knew the shopping center, but but then again, I wasn't paying attention at that time to antique malls. So it could have been there for all I know. Small world. I bet you're dying laughing as soon as I said Stars and Strikes. You're like, this guy knows exactly where I'm at. Do they still have the, like, every Wednesday or every Saturday they play like poker there and stuff? Or did that get dissolved with the pandemic? Because I know a lot of things got shut down. No. I'm trying to feed my dog peanut butter, but she doesn't want any. I don't know why. Usually every dog likes peanut butter, right? So I'm doing viewer questions. So if you have any questions for me, I'm calling you Georgia, or I should call you Cumming, Georgia. And then Gail, but me and Gail were socializing. Yeah, I don't know. I used to have a lot of friends that were in that scene, and then I just kind of dropped off when I left there. I was there for a little while, but I don't know. I tried to give you peanut butter. I got my dog down here, and well, come on, you want some or not? Let's see here, one margin. I can't tell who else is in here. I'm in the Houston area, Houston NASA area. Literally, like if I threw a rock as far as I can, 2 times I would hit NASA. So I threw a rock, it landed, and then from that location threw a rock again, I'd hit NASA. So I'm pretty close to that area. The Space Center Houston, I guess it's called. But it's great for me because as a reseller, shoot, I come across NASA stuff all the time because back in the day when they first opened NASA, all these old school engineers and everything, where did they live? They lived right here in the Houston area, right on the outskirts of Clear Lake NASA, which is where I'm picking. So you find an old, estate of an astronaut engineer who passed away, then you can get some really good stuff, especially if it's from like a private estate sale, because professionally run estate sales, they know their stuff, and they're not going to sell some autographed NASA stuff for $1. They're going to ask hundreds of dollars. That's how I came across that flip I was just telling. I don't know if she's here or not. I haven't seen her comment for a while. But I bought an item for $1 and sold it for $6,500. And that only could have happened here in this area because that's exactly what happened. It was someone that worked out of the, the shuttle system or whatever, not the call center, but the room where they all work out of, I guess. And he was an old engineer. Autographed Neil Armstrong. Holy crap. That's what I was saying. Well, actually, it was supposed to be more of a holy crap because when I first got it, I didn't know necessarily how much it was worth. I just knew it was worth something. And I got it home, and then I wasn't quite familiar with WorthPoint yet. So the only thing I really knew how to do was look up comps on eBay. Well, the comps on eBay were anywhere from like $1,000 to like $10,000, but the solds weren't that high on eBay. But my item that I had sold had Neil Armstrong, and he had all these other different astronauts, and they were all real. They weren't like printed signatures. They were the actually real deal. They were live. They're called live signatures. And so someone told me and introduced me to WorthPoint and said, hey, you can check whatever things have sold in the past for, 20 years back on all platforms. So sure enough, I got on WorthPoint, and then I looked up Neil Armstrong autograph, and then it lists everything. And then sure enough, there was one that was similar to what I had signed, and they had sold it for like $9,500. So I was like, holy shit, right? So my next step is like, okay, where do I want to sell this thing from? Because if it's worth that much, do I sell it on eBay, or do I sell it through the auction house that was listed on the WorthPoint was through a Sotheby's auctions? So of course my next step was like, well, if Sotheby's sold it for $9,500, maybe I should contact Sotheby's. So I contacted Sotheby's, and sure enough, I sent them the pictures and everything else, and they were telling me they expected to, get approximately $9,000 for it. And I was thinking, okay, let's do this. What's my next step? I'll be happy to, send it to you, insure it, obviously, but I'll send it to you. I'll sign whatever you need me to sign, and let's get this auction going. Well, then boom, pandemic hit. They shut down everything, right? So Sotheby's wasn't doing crap. The other auction houses that were, also dabbling with, collectibles, they weren't doing anything. And then come to find out, when I did like the research on how much Sotheby's takes like the auction price of 9,500 or 9,000, let's say 9,000, but they take 40%. So 40% of $9,000 is $3,600. 3,600 minus 9, so that would have been 64. Am I doing my math? 54. So I would have got 5,400. They would have got 3,600. So I was like, wait a second. I'll try to put it on eBay and list it for 7,500 and list it with offers and take offers. And then I had a gentleman actually in Ohio that had contacted me, and he was a collector of like autographs, and he knew, the value of Neil Armstrong's and stuff like that. And he sent me a message that he wanted to buy it, and he offered me 6,500, and I took it, and he paid immediately. And I looked up the address and stuff like that. He lived in a really nice area of town, and probably, just had money to burn. He was a collector, but I guarantee you he didn't lose money on that thing, especially now, because you had that one NASA astronaut that just passed away, and his signature was on there. And then you got Neil Armstrong's, and that's only going to go up in value. It's not going to go down in value. So I'd be willing to bet he's, even right now, if he spent 65, I bet you he's still already made a couple grand. Yeah, I was hoping though that, because at the time, my father had just like passed away, and he was from New York, and I was planning on using the excuse of going up there to see. I wanted to see the auction go down and make a video. How cool would that have been to make a YouTube video of me, like, and the item and the story of me finding it, and then cut to the actual live bidding at the auction house in New York for Sotheby's, and then boom, the gavel hits for $9,000 or whatever, and having that on video. That was kind of like my game plan. I thought that would have been badass for people to watch. But also going back to my dad, who actually, he was raised in like Brooklyn, New York, and he had always gone to Coney Island there. And so I was hoping to use Sotheby's not only for selling my stuff, but to actually have it like a paid trip, because we were going to go up there, watch the auction, get the money from the auction, and then also be there because we wanted to spread, because he was cremated, we were going to spread some of his ashes at Coney Island. I know, right? I don't know of anybody else that's got something that went to Sotheby's, and I actually would have been able to video record that live performance of my item. I mean, can you imagine the description? Garage sale find, live Sotheby's auction results as it happens, or something. I don't know. I have to describe it so it catches people's eye and attention, but and then I could maybe do a screenshot of something as the thumbnail. But you know what? Everything happens for a reason. I mean, I wasn't supposed to do it because of the pandemic hitting and all that. So, that's the world working in mysterious ways. I wasn't meant to be there at that moment in time. And I actually made more money. I made more money doing the eBay route instead of the Sotheby's route because, well, that's if it didn't go for more. Like they expected it to go for around 9,000. That's what they claimed because they were going off of the past of what another one similar to mine went for. But who's to say it didn't go for 10, 12, 13 at Sotheby's? Because you got people that use that auction house that just have ridiculous money to spend. I mean, you catch one person that happens to have kids that are into NASA or something, and he's like some multimillionaire. He'll spend 20 grand on it just to make sure that his kid has something really cool on his wall or whatever. Yard sale item at Sotheby's. That's a pretty good item. I mean, a good tagline to use. I think that would have caught attention. And then I could have used, Sotheby's, I would have been able to use it because I would have been a customer of theirs and they made money off of me. So I don't see why they would have complained that I used a graphic of their logo or whatever in my thumbnail. Anybody else here? It's weird. It shows like there's people watching, but no one's commenting. So there is people like listing. People are like doing listings and listening to my live as I talk and not saying hello. I don't know. If someone else is here, y'all say hi. So what do you specialize in at the booth in Cumming, Georgia? What's your niche, or do you just sell anything and everything? It says one watching here. Yeah, and then when Janice and Gail were here, it only said one also. I don't know. Does it show how long I've been on live? I haven't been on that long. Anything, it allows me to buy different. So you pretty much pay attention. See, here's what I do. I don't know how good of people you got at your mall at Cumming, but if you get along with the people at the store, like that do all the checkouts and work the front and everything, they're the ones that actually know. 72. Okay. See, I need to learn how to look at all this stuff. Go up to the front. This is how I've been making some of my money at my antique mall, is the people that actually do all the checking out. They have a pulse on what's selling and they know what people are going in there looking for. So I ask them flat out. I'm like, hey, what's selling? What can I put in my booth that will generate more money in sales? And sure enough, they told me, they're like, hey, I'm not trying to tell you what to buy, but if you were to get, a bunch of vintage Playboys, you'll sell them. And so what did I do? I went out and got them. And sure enough, I made $250 within 3 days just off of those. And then the sunglasses were my idea, but those sunglasses have been selling a lot. And right now, shoot, it's about to hit summertime months, right? Because you got April, then May, and then once June starts, people love sunglasses, those cheap ones. And you get on eBay, and there's places in California in Los Angeles, and they sell bulk sunglasses. And you can buy, I get the aviator ones because it seems like all the kids and all the young tweeners or whatever, they like those mirror aviators. And so you get a good mix of those and sell them for $5 each. Man, I've been making a killing off of those. So that's something to consider. Obviously I have a display to display them nicer, but I've had really good with the records, the sunglasses, and then the Playboys. I do a few wholesale products too, looking to add. Wholesale. So you're bundling it and selling it to other resellers in bulk? or you're buying in bulk from a wholesale, such as me, what I was telling you on sunglasses, and then flipping that at your booth. Looking to add. Well, I recommend that you add sunglasses. If you can find a way to get somehow, like if you saw my video on the spin rack that I have that holds the sunglasses, you're gonna sell even if you sell them at $5 each. I mean, you're what? Because I'm currently spending. They're selling them in bulk, really decent shape ones too, for like 75 cents a pair, and so you can make 7 times your money. No, buying from individual companies. Georgia made stuff, okay. So like people that are like into like crafting and Etsy, and they make like handmade type items. Because I'm trying to think of Georgia companies that are popular besides like Coca-Cola or whatever. No, buying from individual companies. So you're buying like a wholesale, like you'll say, I won't buy just one. I'll buy like 20 of them and tell them that that's what you do is you're going to be reselling it from your booth. And then they give you a bulk discount basically. So you can make your money that way with getting your bulk. But then you got to store it. So do you have a storage unit? Because you got to keep everything stored somewhere because you can't keep all that in your booth. If you got 20 of the same item, you got to make it look like it's scarce, right? Like you only have one left. I found that if I show that I have 20 of them, it won't sell. If I showed that I only have like 2 or 3 left, and oh gosh, if I don't buy it now, then they're going to be gone because there's only 3 left. Then they sell quicker. Same way store-wise. Soaps, honey, no, smaller companies. So people that make their own soap. Wow. And then honey, I can see that being 800 square feet for eBay and storage. Yeah, that's another thing is I'm trying to, the same person that's considering buying my record collection from the video is also wanting to come to my storage units and maybe buy a lot of things from my storage units. And if I can do that, man, I would love to work out a deal where I can just purge a lot of stuff. I mean, I get it. They have to make their money, but I'd like to have a clean slate where I can start, in almost like a routine assembly line started where, I get stuff from the video, I show what I got, I list it, and then I have the room in my storage unit to put it. So once I list it, I put it there and I know that it's listed. There's no stress. And then whenever I sell it on eBay, I can go in there and I know exactly where it's at because that whole wall of shelves is all listed. So I'll be able to find it. So I need to get in that rotation. So I'm kind of hoping things work out where, this person buys out my storage or buys out a lot. Because I don't know where they're going to put it, but I don't care. You bought a pallet of Hot Wheels? 512 of the same damn Hot Wheel. You had 512 of one actual car. What were the comps of that one car? Was it like $2 or $3? Or come on, tell me if it was like a $10 car, that would have been awesome. Because that would be an easy listing. If it was worth 10, maybe sell it for 8. Cut the competition out and just, list it as new, obviously. And yep, 450 plus left. So you sold 62 of them so far. And what, 10-ish? That's not bad. If they're selling for $10-ish, is that with shipping or you have to pay? Was that $10 plus free shipping? You paying for the shipping? Because you can't send it like padded envelope because it'll crush, right? If it's in that plastic, like clamshell, whatever, it'll collapse. So you gotta, if they're buying it new in that plastic thing, then you gotta ship it in like a box, right? Like a free USPS box, maybe? Or did you have to buy boxes for like 30 cents each to ship all those? 450 Hot Wheels, but $10, gosh, that's good. So if you can average, if you're paying for the shipping, not bad, but I'm selling. Oh, well, hopefully they become rarer after a couple years. Or why don't you find somebody? Why don't you make a deal? Sell them in like lots of 50 and sell them for $5 each, lots of 50. So $250 for 50 of them. And then somebody will buy them for $5 each and let them sit on them and sell them for $10 each. Or would that be creating more competition and you'll be cutting yourself off? Oh, it's not a Hot Wheels. It's a rectangular box. Oh, okay. So it's kind of like a box with like a side window or something, maybe, where you could see the car that way. Because the ones I'm thinking are the ones that are like have the paper like hanging tag thing, and then they got the pressed plastic on there with glue, and then they have the car inside. That's the Hot Wheels that I'm thinking as far as packaging, but I guess they come in different boxes. You sold cases of 16. Well, that's not bad. So they'll get a discount for like $7 each instead of 10, or who knows? I wouldn't wait 4 or 5 years though. Shoot, do you have like a thrift, or not a thrift store, like a flea market where you can set up a table and like, oh, I don't know, because those people don't want to spend $10 for a freaking car. They'll try to say buy it for like $2 maybe if you're lucky. How much are you invested? That's a good question. You bought a pallet of them, but how much did you buy the pallet for? For Crayola and Hot Wheels, 512 of the Hot Wheels. How much was the pallet total? That's a good question. Don't mind waiting. Ooh. So you're into each car. Well, I don't know how many Crayolas were there. Depending on how much of the crayons. So you're into like $2 a car. 512 times 2, so 1,024 if they were $2 each, if it was just cars. How are the Crayolas selling better than the cars? I've never really gotten to Crayola. I know that if you find like brand new sealed vintage Crayola still, that could be worth the money, but I don't know too much about crayons. Oh, I can imagine, yeah. All these kids stuck at home. So did you sell out of the Crayola? I mean, did you have a good price on them and they still sold, or $175 each? Yeah, you want to try. I try to 5x my money if I can do it. 3x is like minimum. Like if I can't get 3 times my money, it's like easy decision. I won't do it. Like, but I mean, on an expensive item, if I can spend $100 and know that I'll get 300, then that's a different story. But for smaller items, no, I want at least like 5x. Was all new overstock stuff. Okay, so it wasn't vintage. It was just brand new. So you could do like new. It wasn't sealed, but you could still claim it as new. I don't think Crayola actually puts a plastic sleeve on their stuff. They just have the flap on the box, and you just open it up, and you can tell If their points are all brand new, you know they're new. Some left, but I'm in the profit. Okay. So the pallet paid for itself. Now you're just wondering what the heck, when am I going to sell the rest? If the Crayolas come in a case, I bet you could sell the case, like 20 boxes or 20 in a box or something, right? Started alive. All cased up and sealed. Oh, so that could be worth a lot then. People love sealed stuff. There's like collectors that if it's sealed, they'll spend more just because it's sealed, and it's crazy. They'll buy it as an investment and they'll put it on a shelf and let it get dusty for a reason because they want to, 20 years from now, be able to say, yeah, that's a sealed box of Crayola. There were class packs. I don't know what class packs are. I don't know what class packs are. That's new to me. Unless, like that's what they call it when, like for classrooms, like they come in a certain like packaging for classrooms when they buy them. Is that what a class pack is? Like when you ship it to a school, like they ship it to a classroom and it comes with like 30 sets of crayons for the whole classroom. And that's what's considered a class pack, I guess, because typically there's 30 kids in a classroom or 36 maybe. That's 3 dozen. I don't know what average classroom size is now. Who knows? Back in the day, gosh, I think when I was in school, classroom size was maybe 20. Made for classrooms, 80 crayons in a box, sell for $50. Wow. Okay. So they open up and then everybody, all the kids grab, whatever crayons they want, and there's 800 of them. Man, that brings back some old school memories of crayons. Holy crap. I'm trying to think of the last time I even used a crayon. But then you got all these fake crayons that aren't the real deal, straight from China, right? Hey, what's going on, man? Just reminiscing, talking about my record buy and talking about some antique booth talk and reselling of stuff. Just had some food, feeding a dog, just answering viewer questions, talking about flips, you name it. I know I didn't like schedule the live or anything, so I just kind of wanted to do a random pop-up to see who's around, who's getting ready for Monday. Here, the weather sucks, so I had like free time to do some stuff. Do you have any other business other than resale? Well, I got the antique mall, and then my other industry that I've been in, I've been kind of laying low on, but I'm in the nutritional industry as well, where I have a company that resells raw material. Basically, all the stuff that goes into your supplements and vitamins. It's called nutraceuticals. Basically, if you take a bottle of whatever's in your counter, it doesn't matter. If you turn it around, there's going to be like 20 different ingredients that you really can't pronounce that just sound awkward. Those 20 different ingredients, they come from somewhere, and then they get blended together, and then they get put into that capsule that you take for your vitamin or supplements. I don't know if you take any, but that's the industry that I've been in for since I got out of college. That's probably the best idea. So it's going to be crap in Georgia, huh? Is it just weather, or is it like raining. What is it doing there? Home and listing. But yeah, I've always been a reseller, even when I was doing other stuff. You probably saw the old video when I explained how I got started in the mix with Craigslist back in the day. Oh, that's right. I think you told me you're in Dickinson. Storms. Well, go bowling. They're open again. You can get your family and go Stars and Strikes. I went to a sale, not in the Dickinson area. I went to a sale over by my house, Shore Acres, and they had some decent stuff, some vintage stuff, and I spent what did I spend? I spent like $80, but I bet you there's like $400 worth of stuff I got. Some pretty cool stuff. I'm actually going to a new auction house. It's off NASA Road 1. Instead of the ones that you've seen in my videos, I'm jumping ship because that place, was it Dickinson or was it League City? But they moved location from League City or Dickinson down to Baycliff. And I don't want to go to Baycliff. Not only the drive, but they've been screwing up the auctions, man. I should be getting a lot more for items, and they're not describing it properly. They're not taking good pictures, and I think that they're losing a lot of people that were willing to buy from there because they've upset a lot of people. So there's a new auction house that I'm doing, and you'll probably see the video if you're watching, because Tuesday I'm supposed to meet up with Tanya and Denise over at that new auction house, and then I'm going to drop off and create a video and go from there. Yeah, I know. It's right by there's like a Mexican restaurant that has like the palapa straw ceiling. That restaurant's actually pretty good. I think it's called, oh man, what's it called? Oh, I forget what it's called. Yeah, any items that are a pain in the ass to freaking ship, I'll either put it in my booth or I'll put it at the auction house. Like, especially if it's something that's breakable, because I don't want to mess with all the insurance crap or whatever. So I will put that at the auction house, but I try to stay away from buying things that are a hassle. And lately with the auction house, I don't know, I've had pretty bad luck because, I mean, they take 40 freaking percent. So if I sell something for $100, I'm only getting 60 of it. And, I kind of have to be picky on what I want to give them, because if it's smaller items, shoot, I'll keep the money to myself and give eBay 10%, or I'm only paying 10. I have to pay a 10% commission from the booth, the antique mall, but that's only 10%. So 40% is giving up a lot, and they're not doing nothing. They're not sourcing anything. They're just taking a picture and posting it on there, but they're not even describing it good, which is killer. But yeah, like I got a couple cash registers that are freaking heavy, and there's no way anybody wants to pay the shipping on that on like eBay or whatever. So my options are sell it through the auction house or put it at the antique mall. So that's my options. So I'm probably going to sell the cash registers. I'm going to try this guy on the auction house and see how he does. Yeah, I know. And I bet you I could do a lot better than these jackasses that are holding their own here. It's so stupid. Like, they don't even know. They're just taking a picture. Like, let's use this as an example. Okay, so this is like a clip for holding your GoPro, so you can take it on the go wherever you want to, take film and, clip it on to whatever. The auction houses, they would take a picture of this. They wouldn't say what it is. They wouldn't do nothing. They would just say clip. They'd use one word as a description. Clip. Like, how are you supposed to know what the hell it is, right? So no one will bid on it because they're like, well, what is it? I don't know. What does it go to? I don't know. It's just a clip. No, they got to describe it. And I was trying to help them. I was putting a little hang tag and all that, and I wrote on it like, here's what it is. Here's the model number. Here's what you can describe it as, whatever. And they weren't even doing that. They weren't reading the label. They were just putting clip, and because they were trying to rapid fire their listings, I guess. They didn't give a crap. Do I do any Facebook Marketplace? I'm starting to get into that. And I think I can start doing pretty well. I don't know about the shipping aspect, though. I haven't tried it because, I don't know. Take a pick. Lazy tail. Yeah, exactly. Give me 40%. That's what they're doing. Like, for 40%, they got to be doing a lot better job if I'm going to be giving them that much money. Like, and it pisses you off when you have something that's worth like $300, but it only sells for $50 because they didn't describe the model number. They didn't describe that it was a certain name brand that people collect or whatever. It's so underrated. So you mean it's something that I should take a peek at for sure because it's worth it? Huh. I have not tried. I mean, I've sold a couple things locally through Facebook Marketplace, and I've used OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, and I've sold some things locally. But I haven't attempted to do any of the shipping stuff and all that. My problem is I got so many things up in the air at once, to try to learn and get started on another platform. I mean, it gets overwhelming. Down the rabbit hole. Have I moved any records yet? Yeah, we were just talking about that before. I have a potential buyer that actually has a booth at my antique mall. Well, they saw the video, and initially I told them, well, why don't you, cherry pick 500 records and give me $2 each. That way I can get my $1,000 as investment immediately back. And then whatever's left is gravy for me. It's pure profit. And they didn't want to spend or they didn't want to buy just 500 records. They're interested in buying the whole collection out, which is 8,000 records. So I told them that, it's a possibility, but the price has to be right. I'm not going to give them away. I know what I'm sitting on, and I know that, on average, $5 a record, $4 a record times 8,000, that's $32,000 to $40,000 in sales. So I already went and kind of, set up a whole space for another booth at my antique mall. And then, I'm hoping to have half the collection of records to sell for my own at $5 each, and the other half to have them clear me out. So if I can get 4,000 records at $2 each sold off the bat, so that'd be 8,000, and then the other 4,000 from my own personal sales out of my booth, that'll be another 20 if I sell them at $5 each. So I think that'll be a good flip. I know, right? $1,000, I'm pretty excited about. I couldn't go wrong. In fact, did y'all see the throw-ins? I mean, I showed the comps on the video. That motor was worth $300 or $400, and then there's some zombie light up guy that moves, and he's animated. That thing's worth $100 or $200. And then there was some turntables there that the comps are $500 for 3 or 4 of them, total $500. What am I missing here? Moving records. Oh, you're on the north side of Houston? Yeah, well, if you ever need any inventory or you want to pick my storage, you can pick my storage unit too. I'm always trying to sell stuff, man. And I give discounts for resellers. If you're a reseller, like I had, did you saw the video where the guy, Larry is his name. He came and he got a good chunk of change. I bet you he probably made $1,000 off of me, at least. Yeah, gold mine for sure. That is probably going to end up being my most profitable to date. As far as ratio though, because I had to spend 1,000 to make, let's say 20, I don't know, even if it's 20,000. So 20x my money. But I made 19,000 profit, right? But my best flip was $3 into 6,500 so far. But what's that times? It's more than 20x. That's like 1,000x, right? That's like 2,000x my money. $2 over 2,000x. Oh, you're up in Spring. Yep, I'm familiar with Spring. I-45. This is how old you know I am. Up in Spring, right off of like Cypress Wood and everything, there used to be a Goodyear blimp station right there by where that Home Depot is and everything. Yeah, I'm familiar with Spring. In fact, I went to high school up in that area called Klein Forest, and I played football and soccer at Spring Stadium. That was a good stadium y'all had, or it used to be at least. Spread the blessings and they come right back to you. Yes, I believe that. So I gave a good deal to Larry, for example, out of my storage units. And, he helped me purge some inventory, get some little space back on some things that I had just sitting there that I never listed. And he's already making money. He's already selling stuff, and he's got a booth too that he sells out of. Well, anytime you want to get some inventory, you can come pick my storage units. Hey, a full-time reseller out of where? What's your platform? Just eBay or what? Because if you want to do some records, I'll sell you some records. You know anything about vinyl? You officially, I don't know if you watch Lonnie over at Shed Flips, but he has a guy that he calls his guy. I try to tell people, I'm like, if you're into records, you officially have a guy now because I have so many. It's crazy. Even if I mean, eBay and Mercari. Yeah, I have. Tanya keeps telling me to get on Mercari. I haven't yet though. I've just been trying to stay so focused. I'm trying to make it so it's streamlined because I want to get my YouTube up and running. So I'm really grinding out the whole YouTube side of things because once you get that going, it's like a grind and then there's like a hump. And once you get to that hump where you got a certain amount of viewers and you're getting reliably, so many people to watch your videos, then YouTube will obviously start paying you with all the ads and everything else. So if I can get to that hump where I can not have to put out 5 videos a week, I can put like 1 video out every 3 days and still make, the people, because more people will watch my videos every 3 days than I think every day, because they're like, oh, he puts out good stuff each video. I learned something, I want to see what his video was this time, what kind of bolo items, etc. And if I can get to that point where every 3 days I put out a video, but I'm getting good viewership, then I'll make the money the same capacity as if I did one every day. And it's just about getting over that edge. I sell some. I'm assuming you're talking about the vinyl. Mostly I cherry pick 60s, 70s, 80s. Yeah, well, here's the crazy thing is I have not, like, when you saw that video on the records, I did not look through any of the boxes yet. Like I literally, as soon as that video was made and like we did our negotiation or whatever, and we rolled down the door and he gave me the key and we went to the leasing office. As soon as I did the leasing office, like switch and everything else and gave him my credit card, I didn't go back. I left and drove home. I didn't like go back to look through anything or take anything or anything. So it's still sitting there exactly how it was in the video. I just sold one of the HWs. Your good luck. Okay. The Hot Wheels. We're talking. You sold one for $10 as we're speaking, huh? Are you running a promotion on that? Maybe if you want to filter them quicker, run like a 3 or 4% promotion. I mean, sure, they'll take 30 or 40 cents, but sometimes I found out that, they tend to, because you're in a market where a lot of people sell Hot Wheels, I'm sure of it, right? So maybe if you do a promotion, you'll give up an extra 25 cents or whatever, but yours will show up before other people's. But yeah, 60s, 70s, 80s, and then like apparently there's supposed to be some. I saw some price tags on like just one record for like $100. I mean, I don't know if that's really what it's worth. It might be worth 20 or 30, but you know what I was thinking? Y'all tell me, because a lot of those had tags, right? Those little white price tags. So I was thinking that maybe I should flip through, and go off of the guy that already did the legwork and already put like the codes and the prices and all that. Maybe go through and any of them that say something over like $50, pull all the ones that like have a price of $50 or more and put them in a separate box. I'm waiting for that car show to show up. In an F&F movie. Fast and Furious. Which car? The car that you have? If it shows up, then, I mean, if you have a Hot Wheels that shows up in a Fast and Furious movie, then yeah. Just to get a hold of me, send me a private message on my Instagram, or I have a Facebook that I set up with Bartermania. And you can make a drive down or whatever, it don't matter. I'm really transparent. You've seen my storage unit. It's a nice one. It's like brand new. It's temperature controlled and everything. It's just, gosh, it's chaotic, man. I got to get organized. Like I only have like less than 5% listed in my storage units. But it's all quality stuff. Like I don't buy crap. It's all stuff that's sellable. And I mean, there's clothes, there's, you name it. I got a little bit of everything. There's a certain niche that you like to focus on. I probably have it. I promise you. Yeah, there's isn't the new Fast and Furious, is it F9 or something? I forget what it's called. But yeah, Vin Diesel's in it. I don't think The Rock's not in that one though. I don't think, right? Wasn't The Rock like the cop that was searching him, and then in one of the movies he like partnered up with him to catch some other guys, and gosh, I forget. I haven't paid too close attention to it. I was really a fan of that series and that movie when Paul Walker was involved with it. That sucks that he got killed. He was good. Kind of like him and Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger was good too. Both of them, shame. Spring, Texas. That is so funny that both people, what are the odds? I knew exactly where Cumming was, and I could tell you exactly the exit and everything for Cumming, Georgia, where NGA Flipper's at. And then down the rabbit hole, Spring, Texas, I could tell you exactly Spring and the exit, Cypresswood, I-45, all of that. You know exactly, that Home Depot that's right there at Cypresswood and 45. guarantee you, there used to be a blimp station right there. It was a big field. I think now it's all concrete and they made it into retail stores. If there's a white Nissan GTR in the movie, I'll make a fortune. Okay. I'll let you know when I got it. Trade. Linda. Get some people watching my other videos. See, that's what's really cool is when you see some viewers that you've never met before or you don't recognize their name, and then they make a comment on like one of your older videos. So it's kind of like, how did they find the older video? Did it pop up on their screen? Is YouTube like analytics doing something crazy where now I'm being shown old footage is going to new viewers? I don't know. It's always exciting. Okay, so you found my Facebook page. I know. I think I started one, and then I tried to put my recent video of the score on all the vinyl. Let me see. I'll let you know if it popped up here. Let's see here. Sims. Let me get on Facebook, see if it popped up. Byron, are you Byron? Okay, there we go. Wait, let me see. Here we go. Why is this not working? Okay. Dickinson, Josh. Okay. And then Byron. I bet you, so you want to go through my vinyl. Do you know vinyl really well? Hey, I'll do the same thing that I told the other people. Like, I don't know how much money you want to spend, but like, I'm trying to get my initial investment back and then have the rest to sell at my antique mall. And like, literally, there's records there that are worth probably a lot of money. But even if I sell 500 records for $2 each, that's $1,000, right? And $2 each is a steal on like the ones that are high priced. I know it. It's got to be. You moved from Pearland. Okay. Hey, Josh. Yeah, I got it, man. Both of y'all. Seriously. I have no, in fact, I'll reply back right now so you can text me anytime. Obviously, don't share my cell out to random people, but we can get in touch with each other and schedule a time or whatever. And I'm all about if y'all want to get inventory or whatever. I got a lot of decent stuff. You'll see. In fact, you saw Larry. Larry had to stop. He had to stop picking because I think he came in his pocket with a certain amount of cash, and he knew that he was getting to that point where he wasn't going to be able to buy anymore. I don't think. In my personal opinion, I think that he probably went to an ATM and pulled out $400, and he knew that he couldn't go over 400 or whatever, so he stopped. But here's a lot left there. I don't know if y'all are into electronics. I must have 10 turntables. Some of them go for like $100 to $150 each. Obviously, I wouldn't ask that much for them as like that. But and then, gosh, there's a lot of stuff in that vinyl. I don't even know what's in some of the bins yet. And then there's those turntables. Some of them are pretty good, I guess. I don't know. Well, I mean, so down the rabbit hole, do you know records really well? I'm curious because maybe you can help me to tell me certain things. I mean, obviously, you'll get a good deal. If you were to spend $1,000 and get 500 records And I'll be honest with you. Here's what I would do if I were you. And I know I'm probably losing money by saying this, but I would look at the tags because someone already did the legwork. I don't know if you saw in the video, but there's like a little white sticker on each top right corner. And some guy who, in Austin that had this store or whatever did all the research on all these, or most of them, I guess. Maybe not all of them have tags, but a good chunk of them do. You can get me in the green. Okay, so you want to buy more than 500 because you saw my investment. I'm all in for $1,000 plus the gun. That was my deal. And then if you spend $2 a record and let's say that average sales price is like $20. So if you got, okay, let's say that you buy ones that that are worth a pretty good amount of money. And let's say even if it's $10 on average sale price, that's 500 times 10. That's $5,000. That's 1,000 that's $4,000 profit. Tell you the truth, that's not too bad on storing, I don't think either, versus a lot of things. It's pretty easy to find when it's all in records, and 500 will fit in 5 boxes. So 5 boxes doesn't take up too much space, and you can stack like 3 high or 2 high or whatever. Yeah, the only thing tomorrow, I'm not free to do anything tomorrow. Starting Tuesday, I'll be able to do stuff. And you know what? These people at the antique mall that tried to say, "Oh, I want to go through your collection and buy the whole thing or whatever," dude, I'm not sitting around waiting on people. Like, people want to say stuff all the time. You know how it is. They tell you what you want to hear, and then what happens? They either never show up, or you don't know it, but they're waiting for their something to come through, or their stimulus check to come in, or they're trying to sell a car first and they need the funds after they sell their car so they can buy something, or who knows what the excuse is. But I don't have time for excuses. I just got time to sell stuff. And if nobody wants to buy it, then yeah, I'm moving all the shit to my mall and I'm selling them for $5 each and I'm cashing out that way. Yeah. People, what do they say? People that like to talk, but you either walk to walk or talk to talk, right? I know some, but what I do know is that I got a grand with your name on it for 500. Tuesday or Wednesday would be good. Yeah. Oh, so what I was going back to, I kind of got distracted and got off topic, but if you look in the video, go back and look at the video, you'll see that most of them in the top right-hand corner already have a lot of legwork done. Like, someone did the research on like the little SKU number. I guess it's hard to find sometimes or wherever, but there's a number that describes whatever. So you can search the comps on eBay and all that type of stuff. But that number, and then he had a price on it. But shit, I don't know enough about records, but I know that I can look at a price and say, hey, for whatever reason, this guy put $100 for that record. You know what? I might want to look that one up. Or it's at least worth more than probably the $5 that I would sell it for in my booth. So I'm thinking that someone were to cherry pick all of those and take those for 500 of those that are priced like $50 and up. Who knows what they'll make? If you sell them for $10 and you bought them for $2, that's $8 times 500. That's a $4,000 profit. Same thing goes for you, Dickinson. If you're into records, I am not like reserving, like holding anything back. I'm like, it's all just money. I would recommend, though, if you're going to be selling them on eBay, you better get those shipping boxes. Have you ever seen those? Where they, I just got your text, Byron. They're like white and they're designed they flap a certain way, so you could put like 2 or 3, 4, you could put up to like 5 records, I think, into that shipping box. And if only you were closer. Oh, you're talking, yeah, Coming. Hey, Coming, it ships media mail, man. I can ship a full box media mail to you. If you want vinyl, you know what? You could do we could work out something. Tell me what you're into. After Down the Rabbit Hole gets his 500 records, I can maybe like go through like and try to find if there's a certain genre or whatever. I'm always down to learn though. Yeah. It's a learning process. Like if you're not learning, you're losing money, man. Because I can tell you half the stuff that's in my storage unit, I learned by watching other YouTubers. Like I had no idea at all that stuff was worth certain dollars amount. And then sure enough, I look up the comps, I'll go to a estate sale, I'll see it. And I mean, I can't tell, I must have 10 VCRs and VCR combos in my storage unit. Because I mean, gosh, they're selling for what, $50, $100, 150? What else do I have? I just got random vintage things that I never knew were worth money. And sure enough, you know, $50, $100 here and there, it all adds up quick. My problem's time. Come across deals I don't want to turn down either. So I get distracted and then all the time for listing is out the window, right? Coming, you need to like stick to the listings though if you got some bad weather. But yeah, if you ever want to get into records, you know what? You see that they're already a box with some lids. I could fill up an entire genre, and I think it'd fit like 100 records. Ship it media mail because it's records. Records ship media mail. I don't think it would cost that much to ship like a box to Georgia, and I'd wrap the hell out of the box. But if it's full, it's just heavy. It's not going to get damaged, really. I don't know. Keep that in mind. Oh, well, yeah. Metal vinyl. See, that's the thing that I can't guarantee, though. Like, I haven't looked at, like, there's no way in hell I'd have the time to go through and, like, clean each record. There's 8,000 of them. I mean, do the math. 8,000 times, what would you spend? 30 seconds to clean each record? Okay, so 8,000, that would be 4,000 minutes. No. Yeah. 4,000 minutes times divided by 60. So if I were to clean every single record, let me get my calculator on my phone. Shit. Where's it? Calculator. 4,000 records. No. If I had 8,000 records, 30 seconds a record, which that's being pretty fast. I think it'd take longer than 30 seconds a record, to be honest with you, if you're doing it right. But let's, for sake of shits and giggles, let's say it took 30 seconds. So that'd be 4,000 records divided by 60 minutes in an hour. So 66 hours. So it would take 3 days if you're working 24 hours a day. And there's only 8 hours. So divided by 8. So that'd be what? 8 days nonstop of just cleaning records. Dude, I don't got time for that. I'm sorry. I don't. Just not scratch to hell. I know. Now, here's the good news is the guy was selling them and he had his own store and he went through and took the time to do his own, like, you know, price tagging and all that. So I'm pretty confident that the ones that have like the price tags already were confirmed that they're playable condition, if that makes any sense. Because he would have never wanted to put something that you couldn't play on a record player in his store and priced it and everything else, right? So I'm fairly confident that, so what's my game plan to sell all the records? There was, I think I already mentioned, there's somebody was supposed to come yesterday to buy out the whole unit, but I wasn't going to do a low ball on it. I was telling them that they could cherry pick and pay me $2 a record and stuff. And they were supposed to come today, and they ghosted me today so far. And then tomorrow, I already told them tomorrow I'm busy. I've, relatives coming in. I got to pick up at the airport. So what's your game plan to sell? Who said cleaning? I said cleaning because he said something about condition, and I'd have to visually inspect and all that, and I don't know if I have the time to do a lot of all this. The unit is in Baytown. I recognize the bridge. Yeah, the Hartman Bridge. I took that. I thought that was a cool little add-in to the video when I was doing the music, and then I kind of panned up so you can kind of see the yellow steeples and all that, because that's a pretty cool bridge. Not a lot of people have bridges that look like that. Me, that's the plan. Yeah. As far as looking at the tags, I want to say, you know what? Cumming, you should stay in contact with Down the Rabbit Hole, because I have a feeling that he's going to be able to confirm with you how good a condition they are versus me, because he'll tell you because he could probably. And you know what? There's turntables that we could probably, and I saw some speakers too. So if there's a plug, we could actually hook up a turntable. And then if there's any that you see, I mean, shit, if you want to spend the time, if there's one that might have a scratch on it and you're not sure if that's a big scratch or like a pointless, like hardly anything scratch, then maybe we could hook a turntable up and you can confirm. Are you into turntables? I got turntables too. There's apparently some rare ones in there. I'm just, you know what? I'm not a record guy, but I'm making a deal guy, and I'm all about flipping. That's what I'm trying to do. I may want to buy the turntables too. All right, there's turntables. I know he said some stuff like, I know Sony's a good brand, but I don't know about turntables as far as them being a good brand for turntables. I know there's some other ones that are even higher as far as the quality and collector value goes. And apparently he said there's probably like 5 turntables and at least $500 worth of resale value. So he told me they were worth at least $100 each. That's what he said. But people say that all the time, and whatever. I haven't comped anything. Like, I did not get out my phone. I was recording with my phone because I didn't use my GoPro. I used my phone to actually do the video that y'all saw. So I didn't take out my phone and look up any turntables or anything. I didn't go through it. You'd be going through it for the first time. I haven't gone through anything. Yeah, North Georgia. I think on average, if I'm guessing correctly, there's 200 records. And no, I think there's only 100 records in a box. So hypothetically, 100 records, and I'd sell them to you for $2 each. So that'd be $200. And I could, you could send it through PayPal or whatever, and whatever the shipping is, it won't be that much. Even though it's a heavy box, it's media. So I could go and find out what the rate is, and then charge you media. Or I can create, if you want to, just for your own safety and put insurance on it and all that type of stuff, I could create a eBay listing of 100 records. And I can try to, you're going off of a certain genre. See, I don't know. I haven't looked into anything yet, so I can't guarantee there's going to be 100 records of, 80s big hair metal bands. I haven't gone through anything to even confirm that, so I don't want to promise anything, if that makes any sense. I have no idea. I'm going off of what he told me. He seemed like he was being honest. He said there was rock, there was, classical, there was jazz, there was rap, hip hop, there was, I don't know. I tell you what though, some of those like vintage 90s rap and hip hops, those are selling for some good money. Like the old school, like gosh, I think like Snoop Dogg and all that. Like some of those old vinyl Snoop Doggs and stuff, those are worth a lot of money. I think. We know how to look up the comps. Yeah. Well, you know how to send me a message or get in touch with me on the if you're interested. I'm serious. I'm all about burning and turning on this stock. Rock, rap, maybe country. Yeah. And I don't even know what I'm going to do. You saw the stack of the 78s. He told me those 78s could be worth a fortune. Apparently, there's a guy that has a channel called the Auction Professor, and like each record on the low end is like worth like $8, and then some of them on the high end can be worth like $1,000. Hip hop and rap, yeah. So you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all you got to do is look at the comps on eBay for vintage rap vinyl, and then filter it from high to low, and you'll see some of the I want to say like the old school, like the Chronic from Snoop or whatever, stuff like that is worth a lot of money. In fact, hell, let's look it up right now. I'm gonna get on eBay. You got me all curious. What do y'all think? What's the guess? Without looking yet, because y'all are probably doing the same thing as me. I'm gonna go on here and I'm gonna look up Chronic Snoop. Was it Snoop? Was Chronic Dr. Dre? Okay, all right, Dr. Dre. All right, so let's say vinyl. Chronic vinyl. Let's do that. Sort highest to lowest. Shit. Let's do filter by solds. Man, I got a pretty good deal, I think. Man, look at this. There's some that are selling here in the hundreds, right? Dr. Dre, the Chronic, pre-owned, $250 with 27 bids. Stop looking them up. Yeah, I bet. Oh man. Rock maybe. Well, apparently there's enough of everything. There's a little bit of everything. I could put together a box for you. Like my good friend Juan over at the antique mall, he actually has asked me to find. Here, I'll tell you what he's into. It's nothing that y'all have mentioned. Let me see here. He is into Stevie Ray Vaughan, Carlos Santana, Miles Davis. Yeah, he's into those three for his personal collection, he says. I mean, I don't know if he's full of shit and he wants to resell them, but he wants me to keep my eyes out for those three, if that makes any sense. I did get a text from a couple people, so I'll acknowledge you instead of texting you back or whatever. All right, anytime between 10 and 2 on Tuesday or Wednesday. I could probably make that happen, man. In fact, I'm a little upset with this other people because they feed you lines of bullshit. They tell you what you want to hear, right? And then, you know, if you really wanted a deal on records, you would think that you'd be like, you know, staying in touch with me and stuff, and like, you know, making sure that we're on the same page as far as meeting up or whatever. And you know, yesterday I told them my last. Here, I'll read it. Hell, I'll even show it to you. Where's the? Okay. See, I don't want to. Okay, it doesn't show. Okay. So this was all yesterday, and I sent a message to him at 2:00 p.m. And I said, hey, I'm able to be there in 30 minutes if you're still able to come. So I gave him the heads up, like, hey, if you want to come meet up and do a deal on these records, then hey, I'm all for it. And then their response yesterday at 3:30 p.m. was, hey, I was at Alvin. I came home to get another load. With all the rain, do you want to do the vinyls a different day? And then my message immediately back to them was, sure, no problem. Do you want to do it tomorrow or Tuesday? Because on Monday, I can't do it. And that was yesterday. You would think that they would have replied back and tried to set up a time, right? But so far, they haven't replied back. They've been ghosting me ever since I tried to set up a time on either tomorrow would be today. So I was trying to either do it today with them or on Tuesday, and they haven't even sent a reply. So who knows, man? So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not the type of person that just likes to talk. I'm more action. And that's, you know what? That's why I get deals though, because people call me instead of calling other people. Because in fact, I should make a video about this. I mean, there's been other people like Lonnie and Justin and all them talk about this type of situation. But when you got, a deal where you know that you can make some good money, you don't just, sit around and you don't let that deal possibly go to someone else. You hit it when the iron's hot, and you make sure that, you know that the people know that you're serious, and they know that whenever they call me, like same concept with Lonnie, right? So you probably watch Shed Flips, Garage Flips. I mean, they changed the name of the channel from Garage Flips, but Shed Flips. He has his guy that he calls, right? Everybody just knows him as his guy. But that guy knows that when he calls Lonnie, Lonnie will, not shoot the shit with him and tell him some bullshit excuse. And he knows that Lonnie has the money to buy from him, and he gives Lonnie a deal. Like Lonnie gets his deals and he makes a lot of money off his guy, because this guy is like, hey, I'm trying to push product. I'm trying to, I'll give you a deal, but I need to push inventory. Same concept as what I'm doing. Like people call me because they want to push inventory, and they give me a good deal because they know that I have the money on me and I'm not full of crap. I show up on time when I say I'm going to show up, and it's worked out great. Word of mouth is awesome. Yeah, Juan has good taste. Yeah, I get along with him. We've hooked each other up a lot. Message my email. Okay. Let me confirm that I got your message on. I'm assuming Facebook, or did you do it Instagram? Let me see here. I got the message from Josh. That from Dickinson. Okay. Where did you send? He messaged. You'll need to give me an hour heads up. I'm coming from Cyprus in 2:49. Okay. No worries. We'll make it happen, man. In fact, I'm so upset with these other people that you'll probably be the first person to go through it. Wait. Messaged here, not on Instagram. Look up. Okay. Here, let me look up. I'm trying to scroll up here in just a second. I said decent condition. No cleaning. Comments, banners. New comments. Smash to hell. I'm looking for all your comments, NGA. Am I confused for some reason? Um, One is good. I messaged my email. All right, I see that here. Not only look up. I don't know. Y'all are laughing your ass off. I don't see what email and where the message is and what you're talking. Unless you sent me a YouTube message. No. No. I'm sorry, man. I'm confused. Or I'm not seeing your message. One of the two. Yeah, I know rock, a lot of the people like the big hair metal bands and like what am I thinking of? The old if I see an Appetite for Destruction Guns N' Roses vinyl, I will keep that one though. Heads up, guys. That's like one of my go-tos that I grew up on was Guns N' Roses. Go for it. Copy and pasted. Copy and pasted. NGA Flipper. Well, how about if I are you on YouTube or Instagram or anything like that? North Georgia? Or I want to call you coming. Yeah, go ahead. My dog's wanting to play with me here. I know you can send me a message through Instagram or Facebook, and I'll get that no problem. I just don't want to put my phone number in the live chat because I can't control who watches or whatever. And are you not seeing the comment above? I see comment. I'm seeing the comment copy and pasted. I'm seeing the look up. I'm not seeing any email. I'm seeing a not on IG. I'm seeing a here. I'm seeing I messaged my email. Okay, how did you message it? I'm not getting any message. I don't see a direct message anywhere. Private chat? Let me see if I can do it this way. No? Can't do it that way. I don't know. Sorry, I guess I'm not familiar with StreamYard that good. Unless she's... Above that. Okay, let me keep going then. Look up, not on IG, here. Juan, I messaged my email. Rock rap, not minor stuff. I said decent condition. Who said cleaning? Just not scratch to hell, no cleaning. I'd be interested in metal vinyl in decent condition. If only you were closer. If there's a white Nissan GTR in the movie, I'll make a fortune. Nope. I'm not seeing any type of email at all. Maybe it's some sort of safety feature that's on the chat, and it's not showing, or it filtered it out or something. I don't know. Weird. Let me find you on Facebook or Instagram. If you have Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I do some cool stuff on Instagram where I do like short videos of my finds and things like that. I need to start getting, oh, wait, here we go. Sales at georgiatrinkets.com. Oh, so you got your own URL. You got your own website going on Georgia Trinkets. Okay, let me write it down real quick. I'll get a pen. My dog's playing with me in case you're wondering what that is. All right. What's going on? Go. All right. Sales at GeorgiaTrinkets.com. Okay. Sales at GeorgiaTrinkets.com. Let me make sure I got it all spelled right. GeorgiaTrinkets.com. Okay, boom. All right, so I got you. And obviously, Spring is going to come meet up with me either Tuesday or Wednesday. And then I'll start trying to get together. Well, I'll email you and you kind of maybe, here, I'll show you. What is it? Here you go. Here's the culprit. What's that? Say hi. Her name's Zoe. She's a Shih Tzu. No hurries or rush. Okay. No, but I'm all about deals, and I mean, shoot, you see how many I have, dude. I got so many records. It's coming out my ass, right? Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know if are you selling records out of your booth there in Georgia right now? Because I guarantee you'd sell some country out of there, especially some of the old school, like Dolly Parton and Jennings and Willie Nelson and all that. I bet you that sells. You could sell them at least for $5, even if you sold them for $5 a record, and you have 200 records. No, it's 100 in a box, right? So let's say you have 100 and you spend 200 for a box. So let's do the math. You have 100 records. If you sell them for even $5 each, which I've been selling records like crazy at $5 each. It's crazy because a lot of them are worth $15, $20 or whatever. People think they're getting a steal for $5. And that's if you sell them at $5. You might sell them for 10 or 15. Who knows? But even if you sell them for just $5 each, that's $300 profit minus media shipping. So maybe $20 for the media box shipping. So you make $280 off of just 100 records. Yeah, he's about right. 2.5x, something like that. That's still not bad, but it gives you another. I mean, all you gotta do is get go in behind one of these stores and get one of those milk crates, so it's easy to flip through on the records. You're in a hurry. I bet you're in a hurry because you want to be the first one to see them. Yeah, man, I got we're good. Tuesday or Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm slammed already as far as I'm having to get things ready for, I have to pick up at an airport tomorrow night. And, oh, you're hearing the dog? Yeah, she likes playing tug of war. She's got this little, it's called lamb chop. It's like this white, let's see, this thing. She loves this thing. And she likes bringing it to me, but she likes to try to hold on and play tug of war. Who else is here? Who's laughing in the background? What's funny is that here, I need to refresh this because it says that there's only one watching my live, which is bullshit because I know there's at least a few other people here. Down the rabbit hole, NGA. Okay. In spring. Tuesday's busy. I have lunch. Yeah. Well, sorry, Monday. Yeah, Monday's insane. For me, I got so much to freaking do. It's going to be, what's the song by the Bangles? It's called Manic Monday, right? That was like my first crush ever, I think. The lead singer of the Bangles. Yeah, shows 3. I don't know. I guess I'm not popular enough on YouTube yet to get lives, but you know what? Tell me this. Y'all seriously tell me. Tell me what lives you've ever gone on where you actually are making money off of the person doing the live. Like, seriously, if you would have never joined the live down the rabbit hole, would you have got a deal on records? And would you've ever made, like, if I guarantee you're if you spend $1,000 on 500 records, you're gonna make at least $5,000 off of them if they sell for $5 each, right? No, 500 records. Okay, let's do the math. 500 records, and you're gonna cherry pick some of the better ones. So it's gonna be at least, let's say, even $10 that they sell for on average. Okay, $10 a record. And you're invested $2, so that's $8 profit times 500 records. That's $4,000. Seriously, you got people that don't make $4,000 in what? 4 months, 3 months. They work at McDonald's, and that might be 4 months of working at McDonald's to make that much money. That's not a bad deal as far as I'm concerned. Average 10, I will do good. I think so. I think that's a good deal for you. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, like I said, I'm getting my investment back, so everything else will be gravy. I mean, of course, these people that are, the record people at my booth, I'm not even going to freaking tell them. Who cares? It's none of their business. And then, if you buy a box and you sell them, are you going to sell them on eBay, or are you going to sell them out of your antique booth in Cumming? Oh, okay. So Jen's Closet and Angie. Yeah. Did you see that Angie just hit her 1,000 mark? In fact, you need to go over. She's doing a big giveaway on her channel right now for a Rollo printer. Make sure you put a comment in her most recent video. It's a 1,000 subscriber giveaway where she's giving away a Rollo printer, and all you got to do is you have to put Rollo in the ROLLO Rollo as the word that she's going to use as the filter to choose the winner. So go to her recent giveaway video and you'll see it, and then just put Rollo, and then you're entered. Yeah, I would say, maybe pick out the ones that are worth $20 or more and put those on eBay, and the ones that are less than 10 or 15 or whatever, or the ones that maybe you think that aren't in the nicest sleeve condition or something, I don't know. Put those in your booth. We run the same roads. Yeah. Well, I hope you have some time invested, because it's not going to be, unless you do what I said, that I think that's what I would do if I were you. I would look at the little white tags and see which ones say the most. Mike keeps them. Okay. So you're into vinyl then too. Yeah, just, I'll send you an email as soon as I get done with the live to sales@georgiatrinkets.com. And then you can kind of put almost like a wish list, because I already have a wish list for Juan that he's wanting to, I already mentioned those, which is the Santana. What did I say? Santana. I'll have to write that down. I know Santana was one. Miles Davis, was it? Stevie Ray Vaughan, Miles Davis, and Santana, I think. Carlos Santana, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Miles Davis, those three. So those are the ones that I have to make sure that I kind of keep out. Of course, he's going to take care of me. I'm not just going to give it to him. We'll do like a trade or something. Unfortunately, that's the bad part about YouTube and making videos on these deals, is people know that, what I spent or whatever. And so they try to maybe take advantage of that situation. Oh, wow. So you're a Stevie Ray Vaughan fan too? Or is Stevie Ray another name for a rapper too? I think there's a rapper named Stevie Ray. I don't know. But Stevie Ray Vaughan, I think, is more or less country. I think I want to meet up with you anyways. Well, I don't know what you want to find besides records. You're also welcome to look at my storage unit too. I have some, did you see the video where I got the vintage Poison? Do you remember the band Poison? They're from the 80s. Big rock, big hair band. I have a framed like signed autograph, plus it's a playlist like that was from one of their concerts. And I have a playlist and I have autographed everything, and it's already framed for Poison. So I haven't listed. I haven't done anything with it yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I'll bring them if I find them. I may have. Oh wow, yeah, that'd be cool. If you don't want them, we'll work out a trade on that, and you can substitute them. Substitute them for other records that are maybe worth more. I don't care. Because, gosh, let's be honest here. What's the math on it? If I spent $1,000 on 8,000 records, what am I into each record for? We can figure that out, right? Y'all can correct my math, but I'm usually pretty good on this. Calculator. So I would take $1,000 dollars divided by 8,000. So I'm into each record for 12.5 cents. God dang. That's pretty good return on investment. Hell, even selling them at $1 is 7 times, 8 times my money. So at $2, I'm still, that's dirt cheap for cherry picking the quality ones. So I'm making, even at $2, I'm making what, 15, 16 times my money? 12 cents? Something like that. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, if you find them, no expectations, but if you find them, that'd be cool. What we got here? 3 watching. How long have I been on live for? And then I got the gentleman in, let me see here. I think 2 people texted me, and then, let me see. Got to save. No, the other one Facebooked me. So Byron, you're down the rabbit hole, right? Yes. Okay. I'll have to say to you, as Byron down the rabbit hole spring. I have to do word association. That's how I remember people. Byron down the rabbit hole record spring. That's what I'll put. If I don't do that, I'll forget. Byron down the rabbit hole records spring. And if this does well, you know where there's more. Because I'm always trying to sell. I'm not trying to be a museum. And just like there's some, like you probably, if you're still here coming, you see it. See here. I got to start being better on this. In the antique store, like the antique malls, there's people that are like, I think, like they take pride in their booths and they put stuff in their booths, but they put stuff that is so freaking high priced that essentially they're not selling anything. They're just like a museum. And like for me, I don't want to be a museum. I want to make money. And so I want to price everything. So for one, everybody comes back to my booth because they know, hey, these are the booths to go to because this is where the guy's giving deals. And you can make money off of it. Or, I don't care if resellers go to my booth and they turn around and sell it in their booth for twice as much. I don't care, because I'm more interested in pushing volume for a discount than getting, waiting 6 months to make sure I get the highest dollar amount for one record. I don't want to wait 6 months to sell it for that $20. I'm only 40. Show me young buck here. No, I'm right behind you, man. I'm 44. I was born in 76. Bicentennial. So we're probably, well, I have unfortunately overpriced stuff in my booth. I have to keep a 75% vintage rate. So your plan, so do you, I didn't see the record question. Do you sell records already out of your booth and coming? Or is this going to be a new edition and you're going to get like a egg crate and put them in there and let people flip through them? Because I've been having really good luck here. I mean, I know every booth and every mall is different. But down here in Texas, I have them currently at $5 each. And like, I don't have them individually priced or anything. I have a sticker that says $5 and my booth number, and that's it. I didn't do any legwork. Okay, so then boom, you're going to get a lot of traffic if you don't have any records in there yet, because records right now, vinyl is hot, and I'm sure y'all know that. They're even they used to not have, like at Walmart and Target and all that, they used to stop selling vinyl records. But guess what? If you go into Walmart or Target and all these other stores now, guess what you're going to see? They're bringing back vinyl into like Walmarts and stuff. Oh, you're good then. The wine crates, I think they're wide enough to hold a record. And plus, that would look probably pretty cool. You just got to get, I'm finding out you got to have them elevated so they're easy to flip through. So maybe get some sort of like antique decorative side table or something and like put both boxes on top of those. You can also sell the table, I guess, if you wanted to, that they're resting on. But the easier you make it for people to flip through, the more you'll sell. And that's been one of my dilemmas. That's why I got, you saw the displays that I'm having in the video. You'll see that I'm going to be having those. So, you know, whatever I don't sell to, you know, Byron or you or whatever, it's like I'll have plenty of stock still to sell for $5 each, and just, you know, I don't want to waste a lot of time. And sure, if I wanted to go into the record business and spend the time and look up every single record, I mean, how much time do you think it would take me? Let's do the math. 8,000 records to run the comps on. So you got to look up every single little like code. So there's that like whatever number code for each record, right? And then you got to go on eBay. Then you got to filter the comps for solds. Then you got to look at the solds that are for pre-owned. Then you got to compare, is yours in the same pre-owned condition as the one that sold? Because maybe theirs had a plastic sleeve and yours doesn't. So that made theirs worth more. You know, all that type of stuff. And then people are going to start sending you questions like, well, is it graded? You know, what kind of grade would you give it? Is the sleeve condition? Is the sleeve inside good? You know, I don't have the time to answer all those questions either. There's no way. No way. And then I'd have to flip through 8,000 records each time trying to find out where it is to answer that question. No, no way. I can't do that. I'll let the people that know records deal with all that. And it'll probably be people that, you know, that are buying them, or the end user, or they're the ones that'll take it out and they'll look it up in the light and kind of, you know, check for the scratches and wipe it down and all that type of stuff. Wow, you're pretty good. You can list 30 a day. So you're into the vinyl business then. You must have a stash like in an eBay room then that you keep them in, and then do you sleeve them like in the plastic little sealable slips and then ship them that way too? I'm assuming. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. 200 to 300 hours of work. Yeah, and then there's what, 8 hours a day of work. So let's go on the low end. 200 hours of work divided by 8. How many days is that? I mean, I guarantee you that's why this guy sold them to me the way he did. 200 hours divided by 8. So that's 25. So that's a solid month, basically. Working, that's a full-time job, a solid month, working 8 hours a day. And that's if you're not doing anything else. That's ignoring YouTube and making channel videos. That's ignoring any other eBay sales. That's ignoring doing anything at the antique mall. That's solid 8-hour focus on just records. I mean, I get it. I mean, I know I'll make money, but I don't know. What's wrong? Yeah. Do you need to go outside? What do you need? Here, go ahead. Do you need to go outside? You need to go outside? All right. Guys, are we at a good stopping point? Because I got the dog that wants to go outside. What do you think? I got sales@georgiatrinkets.com. I'm going to send you an email. I've got Byron. I've got your text. We'll get all that going. And then I got another message that I got to reply to from a guy in Dickinson. I'll reply to his message. And I think that's it. I'm going to end the broadcast and say that this is pretty good shooting the shit with you guys. What do you think? I batch them 10 at a time, no plastic sleeves. I do use the vinyl millers. Yeah, it's smart. People complain if you don't. If you try to put them in just a cardboard box and tape around, they get pissed. Trust me, I learned the hard way. I can do 30 right. Okay. Good live. Take care, man. Okay, I'll be in touch with all y'all. I'll send the email for the coming, and then Byron, and then who's the other one? In Dickinson. Okay, I got y'all covered. I know. We're going. Ending it now. Thanks for watching, and we'll stay in touch. Pet Zoe for me. Yeah, she's yelling at me to take her out. She must have to go really bad. All right, guys. Peace. I'm out of here.